Welcome to Solo, Arizona. As well, with 2020 dropping in some technical difficulties. Of course, classic 2020, just giving it to us right there at the end. Welcome to the Solo City Hall, as well as we're here at the Solo Public Library, going to drop the deuce of clubs on 2020 and ring in 2021. Hello, I'm your host, Mike Bosley, and I am joined by my co-host, April Whiting.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good.
Other than cold.
Here.
It's getting cold, but we're fine.
So, what have you got for us?
Well, we have a fun night. We had, like you said, a little bit of technical difficulties, but that's okay. That is 2020. But we're here, we're safe, we're keeping our social distance, we're outside. We wish you could all be with us like we usually are together with music and hot chocolate, but hopefully next year we can all be back together again. But we are here to drop the deuce of clubs at midnight. And for those of you that are new to the area or tuning in from out of town, the Deuce of Clubs is special to Sholo because our town was named by the turn of a card. Whoever showed low won the town, and that was the Deuce of Clubs.
And so, part of the Deuce of Clubs, we would like to bring to you some of the guests that we have tonight, but technical difficulties have kind of condensed some of the time. We did have Jay Brimhall with us here a while ago. Some of the amazing things that the city of Sholo has done this year, they've really stepped up their game. Wouldn't you say so, April?
Oh my gosh, it looks absolutely incredible around town. 2020 needed all these beautiful festive lights. The strands, we found out, come to 12 miles if you string them out. 800 man hours, is that correct, Mike? I believe, and
correct.
It looks absolutely amazing. They did such great work to make our town so festive this year. Absolutely beautiful. Hopefully you got to catch some of the amazing footage by Eric Neitzel from Fireground Drone Works that showed our beautiful town all lit up.
Now, 2020 was actually a really rough year. Not only did we just have technical difficulties, the whole world suffered tragedy and loss. The world pandemic. We lost such icons as the great Kobe Bryant, Alex Trebek, and of course, Sean Connery. But we also lost two very important men here in Sholo, and those were councilmen Rennie Crittenden and Gene Kelly. Both of those men served with the city of Sholo for many years. Gene Kelly was the mayor of Sholo during the very historic Rodeo Chenesky fire. And Rennie Crittenden served for many years on the planning and zoning, and he has been a council member for the past 8 years. And sadly, we had to say goodbye to those men that gave the city of Sholo so very, very much.
Absolutely. They did so much for our town, and we're so grateful for them, and we're thinking of their families this year. Also this year, looking back and looking forward, we have had some amazing improvements around town. They really focused a lot on the sidewalks so that our kids could walk and bike to school safely this year. They really worked hard on that with our city parks, everything. It's one of the things that I love about Sholo is that we can create so many amazing memories with our families here. And then in the future, we have so many amazing things coming. There is an adaptive playground coming that will have ramps accessible for special needs, sensory play for special needs kids. It's going to be such an incredible thing for our town. I hear that there is a splash pad coming, which is very exciting. I know I'm excited about that. There's going to be an addition to the library that's going to include a teen center. There's so many incredible things coming in 2021, and we are so excited about that. Mike, who else do we have joining us?
Well, here in just a couple of moments, we're actually going to be joined here in just a couple of moments. We're going to be joined so confectionately, lovingly known here in the city of Sholo. Now, Rob is with the Sholo Chamber of Commerce. Now, 2020 has seen a lot of crazy things going on, but luckily we have our Chamber of Commerce here that they're here to help support all the small businesses that have really had a tough time throughout the year. Rob?
Yeah, you know, the 2020 has been really tough with the Chamber of Commerce simply because of the fact that COVID made it so that we couldn't do the interacting kind of networking kind of stuff that the Chamber's all about. It also shut down events. So Sholo Days and the Derby Down the Deuce both didn't happen this year, which really sucked.
Yeah.
There's no way around that.
No.
You know, we had some changes at the Chamber. We've thinned out our operations, and we actually changed the pricing structure, which used to be this matrix that you had to figure out what price it was. It's now to join the Chamber $250 as a member, and that's it. We're going to be introducing and that's the club level, and we're going to have a Deuce level coming out where we talk about, you know, the extra things that you can do to help the Chamber of Commerce, to help small businesses, and drive back to that. We, of course, hope that we can have the events this year, that Derby Down the Deuce, and then, of course, the Sholo Days. And those are separated events. We had separated them this year, but most people don't know that because we have them. So we're looking at June for Sholo Days, and then July for the Derby Down the Deuce.
Could you go real quick? Separate those two events?
We separated because they're actually two separate events, so it's a lot of time, and we were finding that, you know, the time to do both of them right, we needed to separate them simply because it's what we need to do. And you know, all of this is going to be driven back to, we've got a bunch of different committees, so you can see that, you know, all of the board members are now engaged. They're all part of the committee. We've gotten the place cleaned up. You'll notice it was decorated for Christmas, and then we also had I got to give a shout out to Tim's Landscaping because they really came over and just cleaned it up just to do it and show off the pride of the Chamber. So kind of an awesome thing there. We're going to drive right back down to the small businesses, which is what it's about, and give them the tools and the ability to network together and get their message out.
And through this pandemic, it's the small businesses that are hurt. And when we come to the Chamber, it's amazing the support and help that you give us. So from a small business owner, I appreciate the Chamber very much.
Yep, and it's volunteer driven right now, so that's a good way to see it. You know, everything there is people putting their heart and soul into everything.
Well, thank you for all you do. Thank you for all the Chamber does in the partnership with the city. We appreciate you, Rob. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you.
Go get warm now.
Yes. Well, we are getting very close to the beginning of 2021. Once again, as I said, we are getting ready. We are going to drop the deuce of clubs, and as it falls, it will light a new way to a beautiful, hopefully, new year. We're going to have some fireworks go off behind us, some really cool signage and lights. I'm really excited to see what Jay and his crew and all of the city have been able to put together. So we will see that here in just a couple moments.
I am personally excited to ring in the new year and say goodbye to 2020. I'm very hopeful for the new year.
As we were talking off camera, I am pretty sure there's more people that are happy to see 2020 end than are even really worried about the new 2021. It's really just about getting 2020 behind us and out of the way.
Absolutely. And something that that we wanted to mention is starting tomorrow, the hands-free driving law goes into effect.
Ooh.
We've heard about it, and tomorrow you can be ticketed if you have your phone in your hand. I was just talking to Sergeant Hart a minute ago. If your wheels are in motion and you have your phone in your hand, you can be ticketed. You can't hold it and talk on it. You can't look at your maps. It has to be completely hands-free, or you can be ticketed if your wheels are in motion. So if you're stopped at a red light, you can pick it up and look at it. you can pull over. But it's something important to note because starting tomorrow, you gotta put those phones down. So
should have had those phones down a long time ago, but
Yes.
now we're actually getting serious about it. But of course, that's for the safety of everybody when you don't text and drive and do all that other stuff that happens on the roads.
Yeah, it really is important, and I think that it's actually a pretty great thing to remind us all to be safe while we're driving.
Well, it looks like we're slowly getting all the crew into place to get ready to drop the deuce on 2020, the Deuce of Clubs, right here in Sholo, Arizona. That's how we're going to do it. Bring in 2021 and drop that Deuce of Clubs on 2020.
That's right. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, does anybody have an official time?
We've got about 3.5 minutes.
About 3.5 minutes. All right. So let's see. Hey, you have a show right here on Sholo TV.
I do. It is called Screen Smart, and we talk about everything that includes technology and families and how to thrive in this tech world and not let it overtake our lives. And I know that you also have a show here.
Yes, I do. I have a show called Paw Prints on the Mountain, and it is brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains, and it's one of our local Humane Society shelters, and we discuss pets and things not to do, things to do, ways to volunteer, ways to help out, and it's a lot of fun actually. There's dogs, there's cats, there's chaos of all. Oh yes, it's a new show every time. I promise you that. So
That's awesome. Wait, I have a very important question. For you,
okay,
Mike.
all right.
Do you have any goals set for 2021?
Actually, that's a really good question. I guess. No, I really don't. I kind of set my expectations really low after 2020. My bar is down here. We're going to see what 2021 is going to give us because, 2021 was pretty, 2020 was pretty harsh.
So you're walking carefully into the new year.
Yes.
Don't want to touch and break anything.
Keep 6 feet distance between everybody. Man, I hope that we get back to some kind of normalcy here in 2021.
I hope so
the
too.
vaccine, it's right here on the edge. We can finally, hopefully, come out of this world pandemic and get back to, the good thing about the White Mountains, though, is we do camping, which is social distancing.
Yeah.
We do hiking, which is social distancing. And we do just about everything outdoors, which is social distancing.
I know. We are so lucky to live where we live. It makes it a lot easier, for sure.
It does.
But I am hopeful. I hear celebration happening.
Tell people are gathering, starting to get a little closer.
We've got about
and 1 minute. Oh my goodness, yes.
1 minute.
All right, come on, no technical difficulties. Come on, no technical difficulties.
We can do this.
All right.
I have faith.
Me too. We are so excited to drop the historic Deuce of Clubs on 2020. And we're going to have some fireworks. We're going to light it up, bring in the new year. This is going to be super exciting. Do you have any goals for 2021?
You know what I do is I choose a word. I choose a word instead of a bunch of goals that I don't follow through with. I choose one word, and that kind of navigates and motivates my whole year. So
what's your word?
Into 2021, it's create.
Create. All right. Well, let's see what 2021 creates for all of us. And we are getting ready to join the countdown. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop the deuce! Oh yeah! That's right! Happy New Year! Oh, man, we are very excited. Let go of 2020. Bring on 2021. For all of the crew here.
Yes, I'm April Whiting.
I'm Mike Bosley. We thank you all for joining us and dropping the deuce on 2021 of Clubs, of course.
That's right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Have a good night. We're going to go warm up.